economy. So part of that process is hosting events like today's webinar to help our existing businesses or wannabe entrepreneurs look at how they can help get them started in becoming a successful business owner. So I'd like to go through just a couple of the events that are coming up, but feel free to reach out to us directly or through calling our office at 239-533-6800, or feel free to visit our website at leecountybusiness.com. So with that being said, our office hosts a series of events, workshops, and professional development opportunities. There we go. Bear with me, I'm not necessarily the best tech-savvy person. And so one of the events coming up is the Southwest Florida Government Contracting Symposium and Expo. Say that fast 5 times. So that is this week, in fact, Friday at Florida Southwestern State College, Building U. We have over 20 vendors that are both federal, state, and local agencies that have come to help local businesses learn how to become a vendor with their respective agencies. All of the procurement officers specialize in small business, and they are very well versed in their respective agencies' procurement policies. And if you decided to venture into the world of government contracting, these are the direct reports you need to know. So this is a free event. We definitely encourage you to come. In fact, the GSA, which is the largest agency of goods and commodities, will be there. This is their first year attending. However, this is our 3rd year hosting this event. And so we'd love for you all to participate. There will also be local government agencies as well, including Collier County, which we partner with them, as well as City of Marco Island, Lee County Port Authority, and many others. So please come. The next event, after I learned to double click, we have, as part of our webinar series, is the Size Up Lee 101. So if you've ever had what we call a business visit, which is basically one of our staff come out to visit you, we've talked about how we have certain tools available to help local businesses. And one of those tools is an app that allows you to learn about your customer base, the demographics of a potential customer, so that if you're looking to locate your business in a particular retail or commercial space, or just how to harness your marketing efforts for your target customer, this is the tool that you'd like to use. We offer this now on our website. It's no charge, and we're actually hosting a training series so you can have more familiarity with it. So we'll have Mario Ubal, if I said that correctly, from Size Up on August the 15th. He'll be hosting the webinar. Again, it's a free event, and I definitely encourage you to attend. As part of our Women in Business Lunch and Learn series, our next event is scheduled for September the 26th. Sharon Brotherton, who is the President and CEO of Shaybro Office Solutions, will be offering a tutorial on finding the right payroll company for your business. And so she'll offer a more hands-on tutorial for some of the smaller businesses who are looking to outsource their payroll services. The Industry Appreciation Awards, which is Lee County's largest business event of the year, will be held October the 4th at the Hyatt Regency Coconut Point. There are 5 different categories of which businesses can apply, and within those categories, there are several subsets of small and medium and large-sized businesses. Please go to our website, leecountybusiness.com, to find out more information. There are prizes that are attached to the winners, as well as the runner-up, which includes free marketing, as well as billboard ads, and I think in some of the local magazines as well. So more information on that will also be on our website, which, if I haven't said it yet, it's at leecountybusiness.com, or shoot us an email at edo@leegov.com. With that being said, click again, sorry. I'm going to do the introduction of our speaker. Dayhana Acosta. She is an entrepreneur, marketing strategist, and host of Chase Your Fears podcast. She teaches socially conscious entrepreneurs how to sell their products and services by combining strategic marketing and mindset work. Dayhana has partnered with the Southwest Florida Women's Foundation to create a free course for emerging entrepreneurs who need help navigating the challenging early stages of business. And she's here today to share some of the contents of the course. The Southwest Florida Women's Foundation is a local nonprofit that elevates women and girls by investing in programs that educate, boost security and entrepreneurship, and advocate from a women's perspective. And I believe Brenda Tate, who is founder and president of the Women's Foundation, is also on the call as well. So I would encourage you to ask questions of both Dayhana and Brenda. There will be parts of the presentation that allow for questions, but feel free to submit your questions through the chat tool on the right-hand side of your screen, and we will make sure that Dayhana gets those questions. So with that being said, take it away.
All right. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you. Can you hear me okay? Hold on one second. I'm trying to. Okay. All right. Can you guys see my screen? Can everyone see my screen right now?
Got it. Yes, you can see it.
Perfect. Okay. I'm also going to show my webcam real quick because I want to introduce myself. So hi, everyone. My name is Dayhana Acosta. I will be talking to you guys today about how to brand your business, market your business, and get clients quickly. This workshop that I'm doing is a preview of the Southwest Florida Women's Foundation Business Building Blocks for Women program. It is a business course that's completely free that was created for emerging entrepreneurs who are either at the idea stage of their business or have recently starting a business and need some help and support along the way. So I'll be talking to you guys about the course as we begin. So let me just turn off my webcam real quick so I can move on to my PowerPoint. I just wanted to show you the high real person over here and introduce myself face to face. Okay, let me turn the webcam off. Great. Let me change the swap presenter. Okay, so as I just said, the Business Building Blocks for Women program was a program created by the Southwest Florida Women's Foundation to empower women in our local area to pursue entrepreneurship. And I was fortunate enough to partner with them as an instructor for the program. That is the picture that you see there. It's one of the videos in the course. Okay, before we begin, I would love to share a little story with you. A few weeks ago, I was talking to a really good friend of mine who is in a mastermind group with me together. And a mastermind is this business group, group of entrepreneurs that come together to sort of solve business problems. So we're in a mastermind together. My friend owns a yoga business. She's a yoga instructor. And I asked her, how are you doing with your marketing? And her answer to me was, well, I feel like I'm building this beautiful high-end boutique hotel. I'm spending all of this time creating this beautiful image and trying to draw people in, and I'm putting all of my love and energy into it. And yet the only people that seem to be walking through the doors are the backpackers. And I thought that was really hilarious. So she basically was saying, you know, I'm doing all of this marketing work and the people that are coming in are just not my target audience. They're not the people that are more excited or most excited about serving. And that just kind of brings me to marketing and branding. In today's world, it is enough to just have a pretty website and a social media presence. You have to have a strategy in place nowadays to ensure that when you're trying to appeal to the high-end client, you're not just attracting the backpacker into your business. Not to say that there's anything wrong with backpackers, it's just you need to know who your target audience is and how to reach them properly. So Antoinette was really kind and introduced me, so I'm just gonna fly through this real quick. But I'm Dayhana, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a marketing strategist. I host a podcast called Chase Your Fears and own a business with the same exact name. And I assist the Southwest Florida Women's Foundation with marketing and outreach, which is the reason why I'm here today. In today's workshop, you're gonna be learning how to create a brand that makes you stand out from the competition, how to market and grow your business, and how to find and convert your dream clients. So let's talk a little bit about networking. I want you to kind of go on a little trip with me and look back and think back at the latest networking event that you attended. Think back in a conversation that you had with someone in the room who maybe came up to you and introduced themselves. Can you actually remember exactly what that person told you they did in their business? And the reason why I like asking this question when I start these workshops is because most of the time when we attend networking events, when we talk to other people about their business, we do a very good job at conveying what we do, but we can't seem to remember what other people do themselves. So to me, this is where branding comes in. Branding is your secret weapon to making sure that the people that you talk to actually remember what you and your business are actually about. So branding is your secret weapon to attracting your ideal customers, the people that you can best serve, and those that you're excited to work with. But what exactly is a brand? A brand is nothing more than the collection of all the visual and non-visual elements that make up your business persona. It's what gives your business a personality, what makes it memorable. Branding is the art of developing and then conveying the essence of your company to potential customers. And that essence is gonna determine how your potential customers will perceive you. Branding includes your voice, image, values, and personality. So a brand is nothing more than a collection of memories, experiences, and expectations that make a client choose one business over the other. It's the reason why sometimes we go looking, say, for a hair salon and we choose hair salon A over hair salon B. Both businesses are delivering exactly the same service, but there's something about that hair salon A that makes it stand out from the competition. That would be something in their brand. So why is branding so important? Actually, let me pause for a second to let you guys know. The beginning of this presentation is very theoretical. We're covering some basics of marketing. However, as the presentation goes on, we are moving into more actionable tools. So if you're very familiar with branding, if you already have your branding in place for your business, please stay on because I guarantee you there will be something here that you can take and utilize on your company, even if this is something that you've already got figured out. Okay, so why is branding so important? Well, branding is very important because customers interact and purchase from people and businesses that resonate with them on a personal level. So a brand goes far beyond visual aesthetics and it really dives deep into ideology. It's the reason why, we purchase based on experiences and the things that resonate with us. And I'm keeping track of the questions, so if I'm going too fast or if you have a question, make sure that you type it up. I am definitely watching those as I go along. Okay, you can sway the way you influence perception by developing brand parameters. So you actually have control of how people perceive you and your business with brand parameters. Because I want to kind of outline this very important key is that your branding is determined by the perception your customers will form of you or your organization and not by what you think they should perceive or feel. So going back to that example in the networking room, branding is not what you tell people about your business when you're out networking. Your branding is what people actually remember during that interaction, right? Like it's what would people remember when they come in contact with you or your business. So branding is not about you deciding something and just expecting that people will remember it. It's about you like planting a perception in people's minds of how you want them to view your business. Okay. The way we do this is through brand guidelines or brand style guide. And a brand guideline is like a workbook, a Word file, a PDF that allows us to write really clear instructions of how we want our brand to be perceived. In this guide, you should be including the colors that you want to be using with your business. So in this picture, you see the Women's Foundation branding. And that would include the colors that they utilize, so the colors in their logos and the imagery, the messaging that they use, and the fonts that they include in their marketing materials. Having a brand guideline helps you present a very unified vision of your brand to the public. Sorry, 1 second. It seems to be a little stuck for, give me 1 second. I don't know why it's not going. Okay, can you guys see that? I feel like the PDF is stuck. I mean, the PowerPoint is stuck. Can you see the slide? Okay.
Yeah, I can see you toggling between slides.
Okay, all right, okay, perfect. Good. Okay, so branding is what's going to help marketers, web developers, community managers, and even product packaging departments all stay on the same page when it comes to presenting your business to the world. So if you sell products or if you sell services and you call a web designer or a graphic designer, you can send them your brand guidelines so that they can follow them and present your business in a cohesive manner. Don't know why it's not moving next. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is where we're completing the section about theory. I want to point to your workbook. You should have received a workbook before joining this presentation. If you didn't, make sure that, I don't know, you send us a message so we can send that to you later. But we're going to kind of work through some of the questions in the workbook right now. Very quickly, you can always reference them later in your printout. Okay. So the first question that I want you guys to think about is, how do you want people to think, feel, and talk about your business when they come in contact with it? And the way we outline this is through 5 words. So I want you to select 5 keywords that you really want to use as a guide to help you determine the message that you want people to take with them when they come in contact with your business. So for me and my business, my words are relatable. I want people to see my company and say, oh, I can do that too. I've been through the same journey. I want people that come in contact with my business to feel empowered. That's why I host a self-development podcast, in order to portray that image and that message. I want them to feel empowered with both the knowledge that they need and the motivation that they need to push forward in their business. I also want to provide a vibe and an energy that's casual and friendly. I don't want to present myself as overly corporate, because that doesn't really fit with my personality. I'm trying to go after creative and courageous people. So I look at this list and I utilize this list to create all of my marketing efforts. I use it to pick images, I use it to decide what kind of stories I want to tell with my marketing. It really is the guiding compass that I utilize for my marketing efforts. And I think that if you come up with a list for yourself, it's going to be incredibly powerful. The next thing you really want to know is, what problems are you solving with your business or service? So, go a little bit deeper and really think about the fact that in business, you're not really selling products or services, you're selling solutions. So draft a message to clearly convey the solutions that you deliver to your clients. Of course, a basic principle of marketing is understanding who your target market is. Like, who is it that you're trying to serve? What are their interests? What kind of magazines do they like to read? What kind of TV shows do they watch? What do they do on their free time? Where do they hang out on the internet? Think about all of these things, because they will allow you to create a message that's targeted specifically to them. And I guess the question here is, what does your customer need help with in relation to your business? That is something you need to be talking about in your marketing efforts. Okay. Next, you want to think about how you're different from your competition. And I always like to talk about this with a little bit of a grain of salt, because most startup entrepreneurs have this overwhelming fear of, how do I set myself apart? How do I stand out in a market that's often overcrowded? And when I have so much competition, what do I have to bring to the table? So when I'm talking about differences, I want you to really think about your company's voice, your values, those 5 guiding words in your messaging. Those are really the things that are going to help you stand out. Also, a lot of times we stand out with the things that we ourselves initially perceive as weaknesses, and we realize that those weaknesses are working for us. So for example, when I started my business, I was really self-conscious about my Spanish accent. So that you could tell that I had an accent when speaking in English. And I quickly realized that that was actually something that people remembered about me. And it was something that made my target audience feel like, oh, you're down to earth. You're not overly perfect. You're not creating this image of perfection. That was something that they connected with. So what I thought was a weakness in my business turned out to be an actual strength and something that set me apart. Now, on the business building blocks for women course that I'm going to give you the details for, there is an entire module designed to help you figure out what sets you apart in your business. So if you need help with this, make sure that after this webinar, you register, and you check out that section. It's called How to Find Your Superpowers, and I think it's going to be super helpful for you if this is a problem area in your business. Okay, so your colors, imagery, and language always need to support the personality and feel that you want to portray with your business. If you want your customers to feel excited and awake, you may want to select a color palette that is bright. If you want to give an impression of elegance and professionalism, neon colors would probably not be the right fit. So your colors need to support the personality and feel you want to portray with your organization. Okay, we're going to stop really quickly here just to see if there are any questions. If there are not any questions, I'll just kind of keep flowing along. I'm just going to look at the chat box really quickly. Okay. So I don't see any questions right now. If you have any questions, feel free to type them up. Otherwise, we are going to continue. 1 second. So that I can transition out of the questions. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we talked about how to set ourselves apart in the market, but what about if you already have your branding, you already have your messaging, and you just need to figure out how to attract your dream client? Okay, so the great news is you don't need to be overwhelmed or paralyzed by the need to have all the experience or to be the best, the most technical, or the most experienced person in your industry. There's only a few things that you need to successfully serve your clients and their needs. To create a successful business, you need to be able to solve a problem. You need to empower or make your clients' lives easier, and you have to be able to diminish fear. You may have an awesome product or a service, but if your business doesn't help people, if it doesn't make their lives easier or diminish fear, you're going to have a really hard time selling your product or your service. So really use these 3 bullet points as your guiding compass, and figure out, is my marketing, is my messaging solving a problem? Is it empowering or making my clients' lives easier? And is it diminishing fear? Next, I want you to, instead of focusing your marketing efforts on being the best, you should aim to connect with your customers much better than your competition. And how do you do that? Well, the way you do that is by not just talking about what you sell. You need to showcase why you do what you do, who you are, and go much beyond just what you sell, but who you are as a business, what are your values and your mission. This is my favorite part because I think a lot of times as entrepreneurs, when we've just left a job, we tend to play on the safe side. However, your marketing should be an opportunity for you to get out of your comfort zone, to do things differently, because you're not going to stand out by doing the exact same thing that everyone else is doing. So think about what areas of your business you can utilize to stand apart. Also think about your content and the way that you try to attract people into your business. When you post on social media, when you create marketing materials, when people come to your website, I want you to really make the content much less about your business and much more about your customers' needs. So I still haven't seen any questions coming through, so I'm just going to move through them, but feel free to ask me any questions at any point if something wasn't clear. Okay, so we've talked about attracting your clients, but how do you get the word out about your business? If you're open for business and you're waiting for people to walk through the door, you're gonna very quickly realize that you need to be proactive about client attraction, and that's what we're gonna discuss. So let's start talking about the difference between mass marketing and personalized marketing channels and why that difference really matters. So small businesses are very different from large corporations because large companies have sizable marketing budgets that they can invest towards building brand awareness. And they do this through mass marketing. Mass marketing focuses on basically placing a company's message or your company's message in front of as many people as possible. So think of a newspaper, a TV, a radio advertisement, transit signs, what else? Billboards, or even bulk mailings. These methods can be useful for brand building, so to get people to recognize your business. However, they're usually very expensive and they have very low conversion rates, which means actually winning a customer over. So I personally like to say that mass media marketing is not very effective for small business owners because it focuses on reaching the masses, but the masses may not necessarily be interested in what you have to offer. So those are just some examples of mass marketing, again, just to kind of highlight them. On the other end of the spectrum is personalized marketing channels. And I think personalized marketing channels are amazing because they give you access to your target audience, the actual people that you hope to serve. And some examples of personalized marketing channels are Facebook and Instagram ads, AdWords marketing, which basically means advertising on Google, being a guest on industry-specific podcasts. So, for example, if you are like a beauty stylist, then you could be a guest in a podcast related to beauty. Advertising in industry-specific publications is also very useful. So personalized marketing doesn't focus on reaching the masses, it focuses on reaching the few people who may actually want to buy your products or services. With personalized marketing channels, we can craft our messages and deliver them to the right person at the right time. And guys, that is like one of the most powerful things that you can do in your business. Think about it. If you have a product or a service you're trying to sell, and you actually can get that product or service in front of the right person, the person who needs it, who wants to buy it, at the right time, you'll have a much higher success rate and a much higher likelihood of actually making a high profit. So really critical to understand this. When you're a small business owner, really try to use personalized marketing channels as opposed to mass marketing. Okay, here's your turn. If you have your phone handy right now, I want you to pull up your phone and take a picture of the screen. I know there will be a recording, but I really think the screen is the most critical screen in the whole presentation because it really helps us sift through all of the mental clutter that goes on sometimes as entrepreneurs, and it helps us get focused and organized. This is when we're going to start going from theory to action. So the first thing that I want you to do is to make a list of all of the marketing channels you're using right now in your business. What do I mean about that? Well, are you promoting on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, newspaper? Just make a list of every single place that you're actually going to promote your business. Next, I want you to write down how many services are you currently providing or marketing. That means, like, if you're a hairstylist, are you doing braids and coloring and haircuts, or are you just specializing in something specific? Write down every single service that you're delivering with your business. And number 3 is you should take note of which services are giving you the most results. Okay, so I'm gonna just give you a second, guys, and have a sip of water to actually write these down. Okay, all right. I had you create this list because we use that list when we're doing strategy sessions to help our clients simplify and figure out what actually matters in their business. So going back here to number 1, I asked you to make a list of all of the marketing channels you're using right now. If your list is very long, if you have like 10 marketing channels, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Twitter, you're newspapers, you have all of the things happening, I really want you to think about how you can simplify and narrow it down. Because a lot of times what happens is we get so focused on being everywhere that in reality, we're not succeeding at anything because we are not doing any one thing the right way. So pick the marketing channels that make the most sense for your business. I'll give you an example. I have a very sizable following on Instagram. I spend a lot of time there. Instagram has been a very successful way for me to promote my business. However, I see a lot of businesses on Instagram that shouldn't be there. I see roofing companies and realtors and hair extension companies. And I always look at that and I think, wow, this is a total waste of time because nobody goes to Instagram to follow a roofing company. So I really want you to be honest with yourself and look at where your business is, what kind of audience do you have, and where do they hang out? Will somebody actually go to Instagram to hire a roofing company? Because I don't think so. So look through this and eliminate the marketing methods that are not making sense for your business right now. Same thing with your services. Something to always keep in mind is that every single service that you add into your business, okay, it's a service that you have to market. And that is expensive and that is time consuming. So look at the services that are making you money and focus on that. Focus on marketing 1 or 2 services at a time, and then you can add services as your staff grows, as your capacity grows, instead of trying to be everything for everyone. Because when you're trying to be everything for everyone, you actually end up reaching no one. Okay, so here are the questions. Are you marketing too many services? Are you using too many marketing channels? This is something you should also take a picture of so you can work through it later. And are you focusing your marketing on services or products that are not making you a profit? It is okay to admit to yourself that there may be a service or a product that's not doing very well. It's actually a very healthy business practice. If you're killing yourself trying to market something and you're not seeing results, it may just be that you're marketing the wrong thing, that you're marketing the wrong service, that there doesn't seem to be a need for the service you're providing. So keep that in mind and don't get married to a service or a product just because you like it. Really think about, is it actually working and making sense for me and my business? Okay, so there's this principle and this basic concept that I think a lot of us get carried away with. We forget completely now in our technological world. And that is the concept of like just real basic marketing. Have you ever actually sat down and written down the number of clients it will take you to oversubscribe your business? And what do I mean by that? If you're a small business owner, you will definitely have a point where you can no longer take clients or sell more products. So if you make soaps in your living room and you sell those soaps, you're not going to be able to sell millions of soaps per month. There's a certain number of soaps that you can sell successfully while still shipping them to the buyers on time and delivering the right value. So I want you to really write down your oversubscribed number. How many clients do you actually need every month to make a profit and continue growing your business? Because for most service-based businesses and small business owners, that number ranges from 3 to 20 people. And that's a very low number, and it's a very easy goal to meet. So if you understand that maybe you just need 20 people this month to continue your business, continue moving your business forward, you are going to think and realize that it's much easier to focus on marketing that is active, that directly reaches out to those people versus like spending hours on social media and engaging that way, because that's considered passive marketing. It's marketing that takes longer to deliver results. So your business should have 2 types of marketing. Passive marketing, which is long-term marketing, that's being on social media and hoping that people will find you and creating content to build and establish trust. But you also should utilize active marketing methods, things that allow you to actually actively go out there and reach out to clients. And here are 7 things that you can do that are active marketing methods to go out there today if you're struggling and start making a profit. So the first thing that you can do is you can reach out to your existing network. Now, I do not mean that you should go and harass every person you know, tell them about your business and ask them to buy your services, because there's nothing more frustrating in the world than having to receive a million sales pitches from your friends and family. Don't be that person. You're going to get blocked very quickly. What I mean by reaching out is just making it known to people in your network the problems that you solve, let them know, like, this is the kind of people that I enjoy working with. These are the problems that I solve. And if you know anyone who's looking for similar services, like, keep me in mind. It's just being forefront in the people, like being in the forefront of the mind of your existing network. The second thing you can do is find your clients where they are and help them solve their problems. So for me, I realized that a large majority of my target audience listens to podcasts. So I decided to start a podcast because it's a way for me to talk to my target audience for extended periods of time. It's a way for me to deliver solutions for them and solve their needs and to help them as much as I can. So that makes a lot of business for me. I mean, a lot of sense for me in my business. Now, there's a little disclaimer here, and that is that you need to find your clients where they are and help them solve their problems. But a lot of people are actually finding their peers. So think about the latest networking event that you went to. Were the attendees of that networking event actually ideal clients for you and your business, or were they just other entrepreneurs? So if you have a business that serves the normal population, so people that are not entrepreneurs, and you're only attending events that are for entrepreneurs only, you're going to have a really hard time finding the right audience for your business because you're not where your target audience would be. So when I say find your clients where they are and help them solve their problems, I really mean your clients and not your peers. So keep that in mind. Next, you want to use direct email pitches, and this means that you think about people who may be connected to your business and reach out to them directly. So for example, I do all of the marketing and the PR for the Southwest Florida Women's Foundation. So I'm already working with a local women's foundation. It will make total sense for me to do more of a cold pitch and try to talk to another women's foundation elsewhere because I'm already working with one locally. I have this shared experience that allows me to reach out to them and kind of a warm cold pitch. So it's like I'm reaching out to them. I don't know them, but there's a shared connection there, which makes it very easy for us to have a conversation, or much more likely for them to say yes to talking to me. Okay, the next one is connect. And this is like my trick. This is really the way that I built my business when I started. Connect with more experienced and established competitors. And you're probably sitting there thinking, why on earth would I want to connect with more experienced competitors? Like, they're my competition. Why would I want to connect with them? And let me tell you why. When you actually reach out to people in your industry who are very successful, it is very likely that they have reached a peak in their career, that they're at a point in their business where they, I'm actually going to switch to webcam now, guys, because it's like, I feel like this is going to get really boring if you're just looking at a screen. Okay, so connecting with more experienced competitors. So this makes a lot of sense because if a person is at a peak in their business, they've reached a really high level of success, it is very likely that they're at a point where they can turn clients away, that people are coming to them, they're walking through the doors because they're interested and saying, hey, I want to work with you, and they can't actually serve those clients anymore. So having a relationship with people who are above you, who may no longer be taking on clients, makes a lot of sense because they can send clients to you. You could build a sort of like real life affiliate program where if they refer clients over to you in your business, you can give them a kickback from that referral. They're being helpful. They're not just simply telling people, no, we can't help you because we are booked out. They're being helpful. They're sending people elsewhere. They're making a profit still from it. And you, in turn, are growing your business. And because you're associating with people that are a much higher level in your industry than you are, you're also getting credibility by just having a business relationship with someone who's at their peak. So this, for me, it has been absolutely amazing. It has been such a powerful way to nurture relationships with people in my business, to allow them to make an extra profit, and also to build credibility. Okay, so the next one is to nurture the clients and leads that you already have. And this seems very basic and very straightforward, but how many times does a client actually put their trust and their money into buying from you, and they never hear back from you or your business? So whenever someone actually has the trust and that that faith in you to purchase your products or services, you need to remember that, and you need to stay connected with them. And it depends if you're like a solo entrepreneur and you don't have a very legally binding business, just become friends with your clients on social media, follow them, send them a message every time they have an anniversary or a birthday or they hired a new employee. Whatever it may be, build that connection. And if you have a larger company and that's not possible, then have a newsletter. Constantly send updates. Send people knowledge and information that they can utilize in their life. And also let them know that you still remember them, that you still appreciate their referrals and their business. So don't let anybody come in through the door and walk away to never be seen again. Stay in touch. Next, you want to partner. So partner with complementary service providers. Now, as entrepreneurs and as buyers, we all go through something that is called a buyer's journey. So for example, for someone who uses the services of a marketing agency like ours, their buyer's journey may be they may contact a website designer because they started a business. And then they may contact a graphic designer because they need a logo and they need graphics for your business. And then once they have the beautiful website and the beautiful graphics or pictures, they realize, oh, wait, like, how do I get people here? How do I get people to come and buy my products? So this is like a normal journey that I see with my clients. And I understand this journey. So what I try to do is I partner with people that are along the same journey that my clients will travel and give them incentives to refer people to me. So I partner with graphic designers. I partner with web developers because they are serving my target audience. They are serving people that will eventually be in need of marketing services. So keep in mind of who is in your buyer's journey and how can you partner with them to help that mutual client that you have in common. Okay, and then the last thing is to organize, to set yourself up as the authority by organizing events or talks that serve your demographic. So you could do something like what I'm doing, which is teaching webinars. You could show up on Facebook Live all the time and bring knowledge to your target audience. You could attend networking events, whatever may make sense for you. Just try to be an organizer, try to be a leader in your industry. Show up in positions of authority so that people will perceive you and your business in a positive light. And I think that's it. So I'm just going to summarize. So 7 ways you need to reach out to your existing network. You need to find your clients where they are and help them solve their problems. And the key is finding your clients and not your peers. Send direct email pitches to people that you may be connected to. Connect with more experienced, established competitors. Nurture the clients that you already have. Don't forget about them. And partner with complementary service providers that are in the same journey that your client will travel. And lastly, put yourself in positions of authority and organize events in your industry. Okay, so let me show you this slide again. Great, we're almost done, guys. Thank you for staying until the end. The last thing that I want to talk about is consistency. When you have a brand, when you have marketing, and you have all of these amazing things and tools in place, you need to make sure that all of your content and marketing efforts are always consistent. Your company's look, messaging, and voice should always appear in the same way, both digitally and in person. And if you need more free help to grow your business, you can go to b3forwomen.com to sign up for the Southwest Florida Women's Foundation free course for entrepreneurs. Now, although the course says B3 for Women, it is not limited to women only. So if you are a man right now and you are, well, if you're a man and you want to learn more about how to grow your business, please do not feel like you can join. We would absolutely love to have you as part of the B3 for Women community. Also know that there is a Facebook group for B3 for Women that you can join. And I'm constantly in that group to answer your business questions and to help you when you get stuck along the way. So go to Facebook, type in B3 for Women, and you can learn more there. And does anyone have any questions? Because if not, I think that we are done.
Thank you, Dehana. I thought everything what you said was very poignant and specific and really spot on. I think I'm going to give it just a minute to see if I have any questions roll in.
Okay. Thank you, Robin. Thank you for tuning in. There's actually one more thing that I forgot to mention. If you guys need funding to grow your business, the Southwest Florida Women's Foundation has a partnership with Kiva, and Kiva is a crowdfunding platform that allows you to raise funds of up to $10,000 and to receive interest-free loans. That is actually how I started my business. I got a Kiva loan with the support of the Southwest Florida Women's Foundation, and that loan allowed me to kind of invest in my marketing and grow my company. So if you need help with that, make sure you check out the Southwest Florida Women's Foundation website, which is fundwomenflorida.org, to learn more.
I don't know if this question already got answered, but I saw one comment that says, do we have a slide share?
I can definitely send a slide if you would like to have it, absolutely. And also, if you guys don't mind, can we also resend them the workbook and the little worksheet with the seven ways to quickly get more clients?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Okay, so yes, we can definitely get those over to you.
I think that was our only question. So thank everyone for attending. And I just want to remind everyone that the training was recorded. So anyone that registered, whether they were able to attend or not, will be receiving an email that includes the recording of it, as well as the workbook we'll resend. And then there will be a survey that will be sent. So we'd love to hear your responses. That helps us improve and come up with new content each month. And then lastly, please remember to visit our website for not just upcoming events and programs, but any other information pertaining to economic development, which is at leecountybusiness.com. So with that, thank you all for participating and have a great day.
Bye.